first gun that will show you the Vandal.
Ooh.
Not right.
Mm.
And we've been doing this sort of thing that players have been calling like our green screen skins and that kind of thing for a while. We just did it with like Under the Sea. And, like the variant one was the Sovereign. We wanted to do something similar to what we did with the
Ooh.
Wonderland and have this show you where Sovereign comes from, right? And so there's another sort of unique art here showing kind of the world that Sovereign comes from. They're very similar to one another, but it's not just going day and night, but they actually change entirely. If I kind of like, if I do like take a look at the second weapon, right? So now we're using the Sovereign Guardian as the default, right? And this out here, remembering we're sort of like in daytime out here, it's Sovereign. And now when we go into the dark, it goes into Forsaken.
That's awesome.
So
as
this
well.
is just
nice gimmick.
This is just playing with those light versus dark elements. You might have seen when I had the Vandal here, when we're aiming down sights, we still use that same Forsaken reticle, the VFX. It'll still change from blue to green.
Yeah.
But then with the Guardian, we go back to that original Sovereign design, right? Which then also goes blue to green. So you kind of get that experience. So we brought back the Sovereign Ghost, and then same thing. So we're trying to always, for each of these, try and find like a way to make that illustration well represented, that you can still kind of tell what's going on there, and then just play into the whole, using the same colors and style kind of across the board, even on your silencer in the front there. And we have the operator from Forsaken.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And again, this one's showing you the sort of like daytime or daytime or light being the Forsaken world, and then dark being the Sovereign world.
Aww.
We have a new melee weapon. This is a new weapon that you'll be able to use, but it should feel familiar because this is actually the sword that comes down with the Sovereign finisher. And just like I think like I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we're just like, let's just put that sword in there, and we have to like make it not as gigantic, but
but it's huge.
Then,
yeah.
In
two different colors.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, it has two different colors, a little bit of like effects on there, just kind of like swirly kind of movement and everything. So hopefully it should feel really impactful. And then what we did, was it Nebula? Kind of feels almost as if it's like a chrome that reflects that environment, as opposed to you kind of looking through this weapon into that environment. We're giving you ample opportunity. This is
like, your warning.
Warning. You get level 1. If you upgrade it, it's gone. Level 2, we do something a little bit different.
What? No way. No way.
You get to dual wield. And so all of the sort of bells and whistles about being a rogue, kind of come into this. And so the same thing, like we have the day and night on both of them. So when you're in here, they kind of both swap together.
Oh, gosh.
This is a first-person experience only, right? So if we kind of go back to third person, your enemies, your allies are not going to see that second blade. We didn't want to cause a lot of confusion to be like, why do I have all these crazy things in my hand? Why are they all changing colors? And we just want to keep clarity like really clear here. So just know that this is going to be an experience that like, you will have as a player using it, and then if you're being spectated. But some people, already are seeing like, the internal devs are like, oh, I don't see this in third person. Is that a bug? It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, one of the best ideas ever.